Look at them shrinking the floor. If you can't get the ball to the mismatch, do not turn it over. You have 2 opportunities instead of 1. Oh, you noticed that? See, I noticed everything. Deal with a cut? My son. Who am I? I'm trying to ton that joint like LeBron. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Consistency Club, where this is for students of the game. This is not for fans. So if you're a fan, please exit the video. Here, we're trying to get better. I'm trying to get better, so I'm trying to learn from my film, NBA, NCAA, EuroLeague, any type of film I'm trying to learn from. So today we'll be watching Maccabi versus Hapoel. And the thing is that, yes, we lost this game, but there's a lot to learn from. So in this game, I think we shot 70% from the free throw line. They have one of the first team all-impact players on their team that had affected the game crazy. And as a team, we need to value the possession more and move the ball more earlier in the possession. Let's get into it. All right, so getting into this rivalry game with Hapoel and Maccabi. And obviously, for those of you who are new here who don't know, I played for Maccabi a few years back. But here was great ball movement just to start the game. Get a little action downhill. Usually they have one of their better players guarding one of our, not necessarily not better players, but less involved on offense to allow him to rest. And you see that across all leagues in the NBA, EuroLeague. As your responsibility goes up on offense, you have to take away on defense in terms of energy. Same thing on defense. You don't see Lou Dort playing a lot of offense. You see him having a lot of responsibility on defense. And it's not that one is more important than the other. It's just, it's a team game and you have to star in your role. So great shot here by Ish. And how you know it's a great shot is the support. So corner 3, I'm gonna crash to give us another opportunity. And it's not every single time you're gonna get an offensive rebound, right? I got to be a little bit closer here. And as we always say, right hand shooter, left hand contest. And shout out to Giannis Saropoulos for teaching me that. So here, being that a shooter, I need to be way closer. Shot clock, I can force him to drive into the paint, but this is not ideal defense. I mean, that's an open shot. You could say I contested it, but the ball's gone. Good rebound by Dio. So you get the switch, and now I'm looking. I want him a little bit more corner. I want him to be here to be a threat. So it's about levels. Luka's really good at this, is changing your levels. So when you change your levels, the defender is watching you, right? So when you're up high, he knows you're not about to explode. But when you go down, he reacts. So Chris Jones is really good at this, changing levels. Boom, I'm high. As soon as I'm high, he approaches and I'm back down. And then use the body to show him off at the end because he's a really good defender. So see how he races up and then boom, finish. Even better would be finished with my left hand. But I knew I had space and me bumping him allows to deflate his jump. So Maccabi plays with a ton of pick and rolls. Tamir Blatt's gonna have the ball a lot of times in his hands. Very elite shooter, great passer. Him and Swerkin have a great connection where they just read each other really well. They don't have it. Cover back to the zoom action. Comes off, gets the switch. The ball's just popping, moving. Foul. Good foul. Had an advantage, not in the bonus. Great job here. Continue to drive at the lower body. So he hedges, he's slow, he's already late. His hips, you notice his hips open up, and Voss is doing a good job of getting that left shoulder down to the hips. Low man wins. Boom. Could be foul. Keeps going. Keeps driving. Keeps driving. Now, I would say Lonnie has to put out the fire. Boom. Here. Boom. Here. It's not a bad shot. It's early in the shot clock. Time and score. I don't know the possession before this. Boom. That's a shot. But early in the possession. And it's supported. Ish crashes, Colin crashes. I don't crash because if I crash, they get the rebound. And now It's basically Tamir versus Vasa, and they're running. So that's transition defense. Also depends on the type of shots you make and taking care of the ball. I need to be ready to shoot here better. So here, he drives, he digs. I need to shift here. Why? Because number 10, Brissett, his natural reaction is going to go back right to where I am, right? So if I shift here, that's another half a second for me to get the shot off. Or he's sprinting faster than I drive. So if you notice, he turns and he even turns back to right here. I'm right here. So if I'm right here, he's way late and it's an open shot. So you see the up and then down. So levels, Luka's very good at this. Watch his body when I go up. Up. He goes up and then he goes back down, but I'm already gone. And the one hand pickup to the shot because I know I have the big coming over. Boom. So if I don't have this next time, call in, stay corner, don't cut. Where are you going? Lob. And then after that, the next play is ish. And after that, the next play is stop, turn around to Vasa. Good finish here, but I would like to see. So he comes off. Dio doesn't have the clear advantage here. So first of all, I'm part of the problem in this situation. The reason Vasa is getting rid of it so early is because I am not at the 3-point line, allowing my guy to stunt. An empty side pick and roll, I always believe, obviously I'm not a coach, but I think that we call it eagle. You should eagle from the strong side, allowing the big man to not have to help as much, because if the big man helps and his offensive player gets behind him, it's over. It's a lob. If it's not a lob, the bottom guy is helping and it's a no-look pass beam to the corner. So here, if I'm here, Ish is here. Now, if he helps and passes to me, the advantage is created. But here, Dio doesn't have a great advantage per se. Okay, he catches it a little bit, makes a move, and then finishes. But that's just so that was my fault. Boom, no clear advantage created. I always say, on offense, you want to create an advantage. On defense, you want to take the advantage away. On offense, you want to space the floor. On defense, you want to shrink the floor. So here, the floor is very strong for the defense, meaning look at him helping strong side. Strong side means Voss is dribbling the ball this way. So this whole area over here is considered strong side. And this whole area over here is considered weak side. So Jaylen Hoard is basically telling Ish to shoot, right? So the pass right here is the no look to Ish for the shot. We're off the closeout. This isn't a bad shot, but it's not the best option in this situation. So here's the mismatch on Tamir right here. Boom. If I'm Tamir, I take a foul. Even though he misses, you have fouls to give. Look at them shrinking the floor. Can he make this shot? Yes. Can he pass it here? Yes. When he passes it here, pass it to Colin for the extra. You see what I'm saying? Like, makeable shot, 100%. But look at 1, 2, 3, 4. Psh, shot. Psh, shot. Great shot. Great shot here. And you might say, oh, why'd he pass fake me? But watch. So Lonnie is playing psychology, knowing that he's supposed to pass it here, but since he cuts it off, Colin makes a great read, pass fakes and shoots it. And some people in the corner might say, oh, why didn't he pass it to me? I'm pissed. He should have passed it to me. But no, look, time to get the rebound. That was the right read. Don't allow your emotions to be involved in the right read. Screen goes under. Screen again, switch, X out on the backside. What does that mean? Bigger body. Even though they're the same body, we won't call in on the big guy. So X, boom, boom. Colin's a little bit late. I would like him to take the foul earlier to be on the floor, but I don't even think he really fouled him, to be honest. So that's a tough one. And everything's happening in a split second. So now they're hedging, two in the ball. You've done your job. Boom, off. So now Sorkin is late. Chris passes it here. Dio has to not, the advantage has been created. Look at this space. I should be more corner to space the floor out like we talked about. So Dio, instead of taking the advantage, he gives it up. He allows Sorkin to come back. Instead, boom, hit him right here. And then he has that space to release and go and catch it. And now Bassa has the option, if I'm corner, to pass it to him or even drive. And now the big has to make a decision. Just a dime. No foul. No foul. So like we talked about before, AB's really good at it. AB's one of the best isolation players, I would say, in the league. But watch how he's always changed his levels. So you have to react to his different levels. And he's such an elite shooter and he jumps super high on his shot, so it's tough. So that movement is the same as a crossover. That movement is the same as a blow by, but he sets it up on the shot. So as a defender, you go up, he goes down, you go to play defense, and he's shooting up. And then you go to contest, and it's a foul because he jumps so high. This wasn't the best read. Why wasn't this the best read? I need to... First of all, there's too much space in between here. So he's able to get over. But the advantage is created, meaning Dio is behind his man. So that's what I see right here. Now, there are multiple options here. I pass it to Ish because I see his man helping, right? But Chris is a little bit corner, and I don't go so much downhill. I extend it out. And I saw Steve Nash talk about this in a video that I was talking about. On the ball screen, he tries to escape to allow the big and the help to, as offense, space the floor out. So when you're corralled, it's easy for the defense to make it. Look how corralled we are. But if I dribble over here, now this guy has to make a decision, this guy has to make a decision, and this guy has to make a decision, and this guy. I'm reading everyone. So did it work? And another reason it worked so well is because Ish made a quick decision. I'm pointing to the mismatch down low to the Tamir. So I always feel like if you can't get the ball to the mismatch, do not turn it over. And this is the reason why, because AB gets a shot off. The mismatch is still relevant down there because he can get the rebound. So even though it's a long rebound, okay, Chris, we used to have this thing at Elon where I played my first year of colleges. We had rules for the guards. You had to get to the elbows because most of the time, based on statistic, the ball bounces to the elbow. Boom. So if someone was at the elbow right there, they would have got the ball. Good flow. Remember the flow. Let it go. Don't flick. Let it go. Just little things you don't see. So Chris is a little bit late. Everyone's on a string. So Mott helps a little bit longer. Mott helping a little bit longer pulls me in to make sure he doesn't make that pass. Now, Tamir is backed up a little bit, so he can't make a beeline pass to 21. Everyone's on a string. So right here, I have 4 seconds left. Could have made the extra to Tamir, but I thought I had less time here. Good shot. Notice that? Sorry, I noticed everything, I'm sorry. This is something I changed in my shot 2 years ago. Watch how he looks at the ball when he shoots it. Shoots, looks at the ball. Something some of the most elite shooters do. Clay, Steph. Good pass. So, comes off, escapes. Him escaping more allows this guy to pull over more. And I'm running behind him as well. So now this guy has to run full speed and force him not to take a shot, but also force him, and you see they X out. So Rayman takes here and he takes here, boom. So Rayman's the top of the eye. This is the eye. Boom, boom. Remember, strong side where the ball's going, weak side the opposite. So the double side is responsible. The bottom is responsible for the roller. So that he can't be responsible for the roller and get back out. So Rayman sprints, little miscommunication. It's a difficult pass. Rayman, you gotta be careful with him. He's gonna draw attention to everything. Watch here. So there's a mismatch in the post. Chris does a good job of fronting. Remember how I said taking the shot still allows the advantage, especially if they're fronting, because now if he misses, it's easy for him to get. Let's see what happens. Doesn't get it, but still, you have 2 opportunities instead of 1. So technical, because he kicked his foot out. Watch, great defense by Colin. Kicked his foot. Hey! Great deception by Tamir. It's tough. It's hard to say if it's a foul because I feel like he slipped. But here, what I would do if I was Colin is I'd always give myself more room to work. So, yes, you're open, but you need to secure that advantage. So a little light bump or come high and go back. Because when you catch it behind the rim, the ref's never going to give you that call. He might have used his knee. I couldn't tell. So the rule of thumb on hedge, you know they're hedging. You see they're hedging. There's no reason to even try to beat it. Look. So he's the biggest telling you what defense he's in right here. Your job is done. 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 Boom. Now 3-on-2 on the backside. So smooth. So fundamental. Shot fake. Come here. Oh. It was a good shot. Keep high, release high. Watch. Catches it high, shoots it high. Doesn't ever bring the ball down. That's not easy to do. So right here we have a mismatch. It's a bad shot. Why is it a bad shot? Because you have the what you want. Get by him, pull up. But once he gets the mismatch, watch how many dribbles he takes. And this is something I'm trying to become better at. That's why I'm saying is KD so efficient with his dribbles? Like boom, boom shot. It's not about making the hero move to make the guy fall or make crazy. It's like get to a shot that you feel comfortable with. Maybe he feels comfortable with the shot. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dribbles to get to a contested 2. So what happened here? Predetermined what he was going to do. Boom, like before we talked about. No clear advantage created. Tamir needs to be in the corner. This guy is able to eagle. They call it eagle here because you spread your wings. Because Tamir's spacing is horrible. So as you see, AB's gravity. And what is gravity? Gravity is your ability to like gravity, like pull someone towards you. So Vasa picks it up early because of Hoard's eagle. And I think Vasa still could have thrown it. That type of stuff is chemistry, though. This could have been a foul right here, but I don't know. Oh, you noticed that? See, I noticed everything. Colin looks up at the scoreboard during the transition to see if they have fouls to give. Watch. Looks up. See that? Doesn't foul. I don't know if they fouled him. No advantage created. Watch here. Boom. Why is the advantage not created? First, you got to set up the screen, and then you got to come off, allowing him to set the screen. But if you know they're hedging, your job is done once he's out. But he doesn't hedge because the guy's back in front, because look at all the spacing. Okay, so now come and rescreen. When he rescreens, you cut. But Avi's just too elite. And I'm saying stuff just to make the game easier. This is just skill. 2 on the ball. Get rid of it. Once you try to beat it, you're playing into their hands, because they're giving up this pass, knowing it's going to be hard to throw that pass. He's falling backwards. It's a tough pass. Great drive. Sorry, I'm just looking at the matches and stuff. He has the best advantage right here. Don't mind the pass. Probably tired. 2-foot stop, bump him, shoot it. Good flow. Yeah. Bonus. It's a foul. It's a foul, but it's a bad shot. Why is it a bad shot? We're down. Good chance to come down and get a good shot. Get to the line. And look, guys aren't even past the semicircle and you're shooting the shot. But it's a foul. Look. Good shot, but again, what we talk about, no advantage was really created. Watch here. Screen. Okay, you can say he has a shot, but if he separates more, he might have a better advantage. I gotta write that down for my practice today. The reason I'm writing it down, because every day in practice, I'm trying to do something to get better, to make practice not so much mundane, you know. Oh, I'm just gonna get through practice today. No, every day I'm working on something to make practice more fun and stay in the growth mindset. Year 8, and I don't do this for money or fame. This is done because I want to be the best that I can be. When I'm done, I say, okay, I did everything possible to try to be the best Elijah Bryant I can be. So you see, great shot. But if he separated more, it would have been easier. When I say easier, it makes the read easier. The more separation the guy has to pull, now you can see, okay, who's helping, who's not helping, what's the read. So you have a mismatch here. And I'm playing psychology here, right? So he's going to slip this screen, right? And you can tell by his footwork, I know what he wants to do. He wants to get lobs from him. He doesn't really want to shoot it. Right-hand driver, athlete. So he's trying to slip, create confusion. I'm trying to scream, stay. And look, he's getting his feet set up for a lob. No. Wait for the screen. Good shot. I thought someone pushed me in the back. Yeah, he pushed me, but it wasn't like intentional. We just tripped on each other. We got saved on this one because our defense was horrible in this Spanish action. So I'm guarding the shooter. He screens. I'm not going to tell you our specific defense, but there's some things I could have done better here. Hey! So I could have sat here and kept dribbling the ball, but no one's guarding him. So which pulls Sorkin out, and now Dio cuts. Dio with a cut? My son! Aqui vai o Jay. You're gonna miss free throws. That's life. How you gonna respond? What's your next play? Are you gonna sit there and complain and worry about? No, that's the thing about basketball. It's so fast paced that you don't have time to think about the pass. Even with the games, you know, what happens in the possessions. So knowing they're gonna guard Lonnie super close, they probably ATO after timeout, backdoor. Good pass. No foul. So now we have an advantage. Okay, it's the next play. So look at the mismatch. They don't let Bossa play one-on-one. Good take. I got to get better at that clear off arm. It's low-key offensive foul, but they never call it. Hey. I'm sorry, I got to look up how many free throws we missed this game. We miss, wow, just 70% from the free throw line. That's not good. So get the switch. Don't want Hoard on me in terms of the put between Sorkin or Hoard. Good shot, but gotta get my feet behind the line. Get the switch again. Could have got a better shot, but right now I'm looking at switch. No switch. Late shot clock. Gotta play a little bit longer into the shot clock. I never used to do step back right, land on one foot. That's progression. Good defense. Set him up. Level comes up. Reject. Separate. The pass is here. But it's okay. Because look at Hoard. He leaves him. This pass is hard because look at all the hands in here. Tries to no look it to Ish. Woof. Tired. Gotta drive though. Look. Gotta drive. Or have Ish come to the ghost. You see how when I'm up, he's up? So he's relaxed. So the shot is like my shot. Step back left. Yeah. But watch he's relaxed. Relax. Then he tries to react. That's a crazy shot. AV takes some of the most disrespectful shots ever. Doesn't have the ball. The dude trips. I'm not going to go by you. I'm going to step back and spray you in the face. That's OD. Buddy trips. Oh, doesn't trip. His ankle gives out. Okay. I'm going to step back. Now I'm going to spray you even though you have a great contest. That's great defense. That's great. And great box out by Colin. Stops him. Left hand contest. Right hand shooter. Colin's box out. Good shot. Play off the mismatch. Good take. So, number 2 needs to be standing here. The spacing is horrible. If he stands right there, he can't even drive at all. Good patience by Mott. Mismatch. That's a tough shot. What do you guys think about the NBA not counting those shots, those heaves? They don't count towards your stats, which makes no sense at all. It's a shot. Good job. I got to get rid of it earlier, but as you see, me and Mott haven't played a lot together, so this DO, I'm immediately letting it go. But I wanted to make sure Mott knew, be ready for the ball. Good pass. Hey. Tough take. Could he even low pick up that? See his levels though? I'm up. Then I'm down. Then I'm up. So just doing stationary ball handling like this and not working on, maybe you call it wiggle, working on your up, down pacings, your cadence. Fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, 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 slow, slow. Because then the defense can't gauge what you're doing or know when you're doing, or even at like the eyes play a deception too. Like, oh, I'm looking at the rim, even the side hand. Oh, I'm going to shoot, psych, I'm not. You see what I'm saying? All deception. This guy. This is why I made my first team all impact list. If you haven't seen that, you need to go and check it out. Just watch how hard he plays. Look. Reminds me a lot of one of my old teammates. Shout out to Angelo Cagliaro. Gotta make the foul here immediately. But you're nervous because you don't know if he's gonna go up to shoot it. Right here, foul. Who am I? I'm trying to turn that joint like LeBron. Watch me. I affect the shot, but hey, LeBron, hey. Good shot, good move. Just missed it. Oh, we could have taken a charge. Oh, they called charge. That's OD. I'm telling you, bro, the dude impacts the game is so annoying. He sees it right here. He knows exactly what he's gonna do. I'm gonna flop. We're not in bonus, so it doesn't matter. In Europe, you kind of get rewarded for flopping. We talked about this before. You can literally make a career out of flopping. In the NBA, they don't reward that behavior. Like a lot of the charges, even though I take a lot of charges, is like, okay, the ones when you're in the air and you're falling, okay. But when you bump me on a drive, like, boom, when I fall, like, basketball is a contact sport. Football is a collision sport. But like, there has to be some sort of contact. You have to reward some players for being strong and take away the advantage for being weak, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, from what I know, it used to be your feet have to be set on a charge. But now, if I know I had one against DeColo in Asheville, our home game. I'm on the side of him. He bumps me and I fall because that's what they teach you to do. But I don't even know if it's a charge. Gotta get rid of it. 2 on the ball. Get rid of it. What do we talk about? Done. Your job is done. Now it's Dio downhill with 3 on the backside against 2. But the longer you dribble it, the harder it is. Because now their hands are more active. Down started to go crazy at the end of this game. I think he had like 13 at the end. To me, that's more of a charge than the last one. His feet are set. He bumps into him. Bing. But I don't think they call it because they called the last one. So it's all about deception. You see the screen, so the defender thinks he's gonna get the screen. Boom, other way. Pass to Vasas here. Right here. Hey. I gotta step through here. I don't know why I'm jumping off 1 foot for no reason. Right here. Bam. Hey. Step through. Lay it up. There's no point for me to jump off 1 foot. Alright guys, if you made it to the end, put first team all consistency in the comments so I know you're a student of the game. And as always, faith plus consistency. Love.